The color you see isn't universal. For some people have a genetic mutation that allows them to see millions more colors than the average person. Imagine staring at a sunset and realizing that what you thought was a single shade of pink is actually a kaleidoscope of subtle variations. This phenomenon is called tetrachromacy, and it's estimated that only a small percentage of women possess it. Humans typically have 3 types of cone cells in their retinas: red, green, and blue, that combine to create the spectrum of colors we perceive. Tetrachromats, on the other hand, have a 4th type of cone cell, giving them an expanded color palette. Their world can include hues that look identical to you but burst with life to their eyes. Scientists first discovered this difference when they noticed some participants in vision studies performing better than chance on color discrimination tests. You might be surprised to learn that they could discern more shades between red and green than anyone else. But how does this genetic mutation come about? It usually results from a variation in the gene that codes for the photopigment in one of the cone cells. Because the genes for red and green photopigments sit close together on the X chromosome, women who have 2 X chromosomes can occasionally inherit a slightly different version of one. This gives their eyes the potential for a 4th dimension of color. Not every woman with the genetic variation develops tetrachromacy. However, the brain must also learn to process those extra signals and convert them into new color perceptions. That's why some researchers believe that true tetrachromacy may be even rarer than we think. So, could you be a secret tetrachoidicated, or you might ask a friend to help you create gradients between 2 shades and see if you can spot even more transitions. Cool. One DIY test you can try at home is the classic Ishihara plate. But with a twist, you'll need specially designed pattern charts for tetrachromacy. Probably laugh if I told you that what looks like a plain gray swatch to you might contain dozens of imperceptible color shifts. Art and design industries have long suspected the existence of tetrachromats. Because of the uncanny feedback some artists receive about their palettes, imagine a fashion designer consulting with someone who can detect thousands of subtle differences in fabric dyes. Their input could revolutionize how we choose colors for everything from clothing to smartphone interfaces. Even horticulture and paint manufacturing might benefit from insights offered by these extraordinary viewers. Research is ongoing to develop tools that can map and reproduce the extended color ranges tetrachromats experience. Teams are using advanced cameras and algorithms to simulate their perception. These simulations help the rest of us glimpse what we're missing. But can technology ever truly replicate human vision? Probably not completely, because the way our brains interpret color is deeply personal. Every person's cone cells and neural wiring are slightly unique. That's why debates about the true color of objects can become surprisingly heated. Remember the viral blue and gold dress that split the internet in 2? Tetrachromats likely saw even more variation than the rest of us. And next time you argue about whether that dress is blue and black or white and gold, consider that someone might literally see it differently. So the next time you and your friends disagree about the shade of a sunset, a shirt, or a car, you might be witnessing a glimpse of tetrachromatic vision. Your best friend be quietly enjoying a rainbow you never knew existed. The world is full of hidden wonders in plain sight. Understanding tetrachromacy reminds us that our perceptions shape our reality. It also teaches us to appreciate the extraordinary diversity of human senses. Even if you're not a tetrachromat, you can marvel at the possibility of secret color worlds. Scientists are still searching for reliable ways to identify and study tetrachromacy, and as genetic testing becomes more accessible, we may uncover more about who they are. Meanwhile, you can play with color filters, apps, and optical illusions to challenge your perception. For artists, photographers, and designers, tetrachromacy represents a frontier of creative inspiration. For the rest of us, it's a gentle reminder that what we see is just one version of reality. So keep an open mind next time you catch yourself insisting on the right color. Truth might not be someone else's truth. And that's the beauty of human diversity. Cherish the colors you see and be curious about the ones you can't. Do you and your friends ever disagree on the color of something? Tell us about it and follow.